Hey everybody, I'm on a roll today, so I'm trying to do 12 zodiac sign videos for the female versions, and now we're gonna go ahead and get into the Geminis. One of my favorite zodiac signs as a friend, of course. I love Geminis. My mom is a Gemini, and she is crazy, but I love her anyways. So let's just get into it, okay? So Geminis are mutable air signs, if you didn't already know. That means they can adapt very quickly. They're very witty and they're very funny, and they love to, they think of things so fast like this that it's crazy, in a good way, how creative this sign can be. So when you're dealing with a Gemini female, you have to know that you're dealing with somebody who overthinks a lot, right? So whether you have a Gemini sun or she has a Gemini Mercury, especially if she has Gemini Mercury, she's gonna be overthinking all the time. She thinks of every little single, scenario. That's really what it is. Every single outcome. And this can drive somebody crazy. Like it can overwhelm somebody who's not used to being around a Gemini. They love to talk. They're a very talkative sign, and they love to socialize with people. This is somebody that wants to vibe with people mentally, emotionally. They want to be that. So they are the sign of the twins. So you're getting like double the person. That's what I like to call it, the good twin and the bad twin, right? Together, if they find the balance, then they make the perfect person. But when they don't want to be a perfect person, they can be really mischievous, or they can be really like, oh, like a saint or whatever. It's crazy to me how they can switch from one to the other, but I love it. I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm a mutable sign, so we vibe right away. They're my polar opposite too, so anyways, so if you are in a relationship with a Gemini, you're gonna have to make sure that you keep her mentally stimulated, okay? This is somebody that, again, wants to vibe with somebody on a different level, right? They don't want normal people. They want somebody that's gonna take their mind to the next level. They want somebody that's gonna keep them intelligent, keep them thinking, be open-minded, think of different scenarios for things, debate. Debate is such a huge thing for this sign. Like, they debate about everything. I have this one Gemini friend. It's a guy version. They're not much different, but he posts so much about like different questions every day. It's multiple different questions, and that should get you thinking, you know what I mean? But the females are not too off from that either. They love to think of different questions, and they love a good debate. So with that being said, you're probably thinking like, well, that's good and all, but there's that wild side to them, and you're definitely right. This is a sign that can get a little crazy. Example, Azalea Banks. I know you guys are familiar with Azalea Banks. Sometimes, she's really good, and most times she can be really, really, really bad. Like, holding the tongue and keeping a filter on it is not something Geminis are very good at. They are very open about everything, about their feelings, about their thoughts, about their ideas. They don't want to it's hard for them to hold it to themselves. Like, they're gonna fucking suffocate or something if they don't seriously, they have to. It's like a compulsive urge or something. It just comes out, and that's something you either love or you hate about them. Love or hate, it doesn't really matter. They don't really care. So if you're involved with the Gemini woman and you find yourself thinking, this is just too much for me, then you're probably going to have to just adapt to it, because this is a sign that it always changes, just like air. It's just always, up and down, or it can be a storm, or it can be really calm and peaceful. But they are lovers, like true lovers and true friends to have. Seriously, I'm not just saying this because I love Geminis, but once you get on that even state with them, or you just love them for who they are, they just want somebody to love them for who they are, no matter the bad thoughts, the good thoughts. This is a sign that can go into deep depression, or it can be really ecstatic, you know what I mean? Just really happy, and then the next day be really sad. Angelina Jolie is another example of her ups and downs, if you guys ever followed her. And I love her. So again, this is a very friendly sign, and they love meeting new people, and they're always meeting new people, and they're always down to go out with new people. Like, this is a very social sign. So if you're down with that, and you want a partner who's gonna be, you know, a friend and a lover, because this is most air signs, then you have that in a Gemini, and they're always gonna keep it spontaneous, right? They're always going to keep it fun and lively. There's never really a boring day with the Gemini. There really isn't. Oh, and another thing, they're like the gossip queens of everything. If you want to know something about something, they talk to so many people. They know everything about everybody. It's crazy. But I really do love them, and they are so creative, and when they're so good at like do-it-yourself projects, or just things that take a lot of like complex little objects, or, you know, anything that's complex. They love breaking it down, or, you know, solving it, problem solving. They're just very good at that. But there are times where they can be very unorganized on tedious things, like administrative stuff or whatever. I know this one Gemini female, she was like super nice and friendly and creative, but when it came to like actually managing something, or doing admin stuff, or doing something that was very boring or tedious, it was completely unorganized. Like, for some reason, it's just, most Gemini, I'm not saying all of them are like that, but most Geminis can be very like clutter minded, right? Just very cluttered, because they just don't like to deal with all the boring stuff. They just want to deal with all the bigger stuff. So that's my take on Geminis. Did I say anything else about their relationships and stuff? Yes, they're great. They're great lovers to have too, because they, like I said, they keep it creative, in and out of bed. So if you guys have any questions or comments, or you want to add to anything, I mean, I can go on and on about it, but, you know, that's just a lot. That's a lot of information. So drop them below, and I'll talk to you guys later.